Hi, it's Erin, and we are here with our fifth and final ink swatching from the Goulet pen order that I placed with a gift card that I got for Christmas. I was able to pick out 25 samples, and I have clustered them into sets of 5, and I have been completing these swatches. So again, this is the fifth and final. I am going to be using the Galen Leather Co. white Tomoe River paper, and this is the Everyday book, as well as a Nanami Tomoe River paper that's a cream color, just to look at the differences of how the inks lay down with those two different colors of paper. To do my swatches, I will be using my Kakimori nib with the Kakimori handle. So the inks that we are swatching today, and this one, the brands are a little bit more mixed than some of my other swatch videos in this particular order. So we have Monteverde Moonstone, which I'm really interested to try this because I've got the Pelikan Edelstein Moonstone. So when I saw that Monteverde had that same name ink, I had to get it. We have DeAtrementis Silver Gray, which I'm a little triggered because of the black silver by Private Reserve that I swatched that just was terrible, which I'm sorry to hate on that ink so much, but in my ink swatch book, it even feathered in that. And this particular, like, I have not had an issue with any ink in this book whatsoever, but I even hated it in this. So next is Noodlers Black Swan in English Roses. So this is one I've seen in many other YouTube videos swatch, and so I figured I'd add it to my collection. I'm excited to have that. We have Monteverde Azure Noir. And last but certainly not least, DeAtrementis Velvet Black Copper. And this one has like a copper shimmer. Ooh, I'd wonder what this would be like compared to J. Herbin Shogun. Ooh, that'll be fun to compare. Anyway, so I'm gonna put the cream book off to the side, and I will do a little ink smudge there, and then I will do a swatch here that you can all enjoy. All right, so Monteverde Moonstone is the first one. Oh, that looks absolutely nothing like the Pelikan Edelstein Moonstone, but that is a lovely dirty brown. Monteverde Moonstone. So I'm doing this swatch video on a Saturday. I've had a very productive day, and we are a very routine family. We always do dinner out on Saturdays, whether that's ordering takeout or going out to eat. So we are trying to determine what we're gonna do for dinner tonight. My recommendation was Thai food. There's not a lot that I can eat at a Thai restaurant with a gluten allergy, but they've got some good things, and sometimes it's worth it to go through the few days of discomfort and swelling and fevers and fatigue to have some good food. So we'll see. But I'm also likely going to go out to karaoke with a couple of friends tonight, so I'm looking forward to that. Which I just thought if we do go out tonight, we're going to see someone different than the last few times, so my song choices are not going to be saved. Now I got to figure out what I'm going to sing. I like that. That's a nice gray. And I also think because it's DeAtrementis, it doesn't say document ink on the label, but I think this is one of the archival inks for DeAtrementis, which is one of the things I really like about that brand. I recently had some wine spill on my planner, and look at that color. And my ink was not waterproof, so I had to clean it up and rewrite what was washed away. But it's fine. Yeah, it's fine. Okay. Oh, wow. So this reminds me of the base color for Diamine All the Best, which was the Inkvent 2021 Day 25 bottle. And so it's without the shimmer, without the green sheen. This looks a little bit like that base color, which I did actually really enjoy writing with. I was surprised. So Black Swan in Australian Roses. I want to know the story behind this name. I should look that up. It's just such an interesting, very specific name. So I want to look that up. So where I sit to do my ink swatches, it's a second floor room, and I have a desk that faces the window. So it's really nice during the peak of the day. I can get natural lighting when doing these videos, and then I have a desk light, obviously. But I get to see my neighbors as they walk their dogs, or the mail truck just came, so I saw that we had mail delivered. So I'll go check and see what we got. I love this color. Oh, the Moonstone did some really interesting things on this other paper. Azure Noir. And I've started researching some kind of smaller ink brands, like Ink Institute. Troublemaker inks are on that list, but I don't know that they're necessarily falling under the smaller ink category as much, but they are on my list. And what is it called? Papier Plume, maybe? Oh, I hope I'm not wrong on that. I could be wrong on that though. And I'm making a small list of inks that I want to buy after January because I'm still trying not to spend money this month. But just to, you know, deviate kind of maybe from what's really available on YouTube. I remember this one has that copper shimmer to it, so let's see how that looks as it dries. Sometimes I get so focused on watching the ink go down that I forget to finish my sentence. Velvet. Black, copper. It's a really nice black. Primarily do these little doodles because I don't want to waste the ink, and I realize now that I forgot to do one for Black Swan and Australian Roses. Ooh, and I titled it wrong, so let's just go back and fix all of that. How many of you already commented or were itching to comment? Black Swan in English Roses. Okay. So now let's take a good look at these inks. So we've got Moonstone by Monteverde. It's a really nice brown. It's a nice brown. I actually really like that. I was on the search for a really good brown and I was struggling. So I'm happy that I stumbled on this one. I really like that. The DeAtrementis Silver Gray, love that. It's like a pencil, just a really nice gray with some shading. The Noodlers Black Swan and English Roses, gonna get it right that time. Really lovely, kind of like a Bordeaux color. Monteverde Azure Noir. So it's a little bit more kind of a blue, leaning a little bit blue compared to the DeAtrementis Silver Gray. And then the Velvet Black Copper. Look at that shimmer. That's really pretty. Really pretty. That still needs to dry right there. Now let's look at the cream paper. So I mentioned the Moonstone was doing something a little fun. So it's almost got this gray undertone, which is really fascinating. I love that. The silver gray looks very similar. It's actually a little bit lighter on this paper, and I like that little shading off to the side. The Black Swan in English Roses, still a very beautiful color. I love that. I don't have writer's blood or ox blood, but to me, this is what I think writer's blood would look like. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. The Azure Noir, you can definitely see the blue, leaning blue better in this swatch compared to the silver gray. And then the Velvet Black Copper, so beautiful. Look at that. So pretty. And it's the black underneath it's almost like an exceptionally dark gray, but it's not exceptionally saturated black, if that makes sense. And the copper glitter almost has like a pinkish rose gold. And so now we'll put them, that is still wet, huh? Side by side. So the Moonstone, silver gray, Black Swan and English Roses, Azure Noir, and Velvet Black Copper. There we go. So this is the final set of 5 ink samples from Goulet Pen. And hopefully by the time that this is posted, I will have figured out what other inks that I would like to explore, or I may do a little bit of ink comparison, just thinking this set of 5 particularly made me think of a couple of different inks in my collection. So I'd be interested in putting them side by side and seeing kind of how close they are and what differences there are. I did one video like that maybe in October or early November, and I really enjoyed doing that video. So stay tuned, and I hope you enjoyed watching. Thanks.